Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we talk all things love, relationship, friendship, marriage, you name it. We're there. We're talking about it. Yes, thank you for joining us this evening. And of course, my name is Osayuame Sale. I'm going to be your host for the evening. I'm not going to be doing this alone, as I have, in fact, two gentle, handsome men with me in studio. I see somebody adjusting himself.
When they look my show.
Finally, he's back. Tommy, how are you, Tommy? Unlock me. What is the number to unlock, please? I want to press it.
Unlock. It's only my wife that knows.
It's okay.
Good enough. We're talking about secrets.
Tommy, how are you? We've missed you. How have you been?
Man, it's been work,
right?
man. But I miss you guys. And when I saw the opportunity to be available today, I jumped.
Yeah, thank you so much for filling in for Chentente is not well. Chentente, we love you. Please get well soon.
Right.
And Jacinta as well. As in me, I just say Jacinta don't well. Oh. So she, mine was back to back twice. So I think that's what.
What's in the?
I don't know.
What trouble is not supposed to chop?
I don't know what we chop. We chop frog. We're not supposed to chop.
No, na confess with una shop.
That one save day. When I confess with una shop,
Please, we're talking about secrets today. Shay, how are you?
I'm good. It's nice to be here again.
It's always a pleasure having you. So how was your weekend? What did you do?
What did I
See
do
the way
this
to open our
weekend?
break.
because I remember my week. I'm like, it was a lot, man. But thank God.
I'm trying to remember what I did for the weekend.
Shay, your nose was running on Friday. Have you done which day?
It's still on. I still get cough.
But you're better now. Though.
Yeah, but
Don't give me
you can
cough,
still
don't give
feel
me
it in my
cough.
voice.
Like people like that, they run away from home. I run from these things. I don't want it to get me.
Oh my God. Toby, we really missed your drama.
I'm back.
You're back. Oh, welcome back.
All
Alright, so I mean,
I'm back, but black. Damn. See rhymes.
Don't leave
Don't leave me.
Oh my God, that's interesting. So today we're discussing when producer Funke sent us topic. I say it's all right. Is it okay to keep secrets in marriages? So let me run by both of you first of all. Then I'll now say what is on my mind. Do you think it's okay to keep secrets in marriage? Tell me.
Why you coming first?
Because you're the newcomer here.
Why you go coming first?
for abandoning us.
Baptism.
For abandoning us. So you're gonna start. Is it okay to keep secrets in marriage?
Sometimes it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me throw context to that. So maybe you want to do surprise for your wife.
These are not all politicians.
No, come on. You want to do surprise for your wife. You want to take her on the trip, but you want to buy a gift or something. You gotta keep it secret, man.
We keep secrets
That
every
kind of
day.
secret with the talk.
I mean, so expand shade, elaborate. Let's understand.
Elaborate what?
Let's understand where you're coming from.
The conversation where you get for inside office. When you miss somebody.
Voila. So, on a more serious note, I think sometimes it's safe not to keep secrets because you don't want to find yourself caught unawares. And most times, when your spouse I'm talking about spouses around in marriage, right? When your spouse knows some things and then she gets to hear about it outside, she's not shocked. Rather, she's able to even defend and say, yeah, she's fully aware about it. But in a case where she's not aware about it, she will get shocked, she gets surprised, she gets heartbroken, she gets, she loses trust on you or with you or however you want to, see the scenario. So for me, I think to be safe, don't keep secret. And if you're going to keep secrets, you have to keep it whole hard. I know that it's tricky that nobody knows about.
Shay, my man. Oh yeah, tell me.
Well, it depends. I believe not everything should be known by your spouse. Because we are individual beings at the end of the day. You should have one or two things that, might not necessarily be to hurt your partner. It could be to some sort of protection. For example, if your mom says your wife has this habit, has this attitude, she has one or two things she dislikes about your wife. In the guise of not trying to keep secrets, is it every single thing that you've heard that you will go and meet her and tell her and say, this person said this about you. My brother said he doesn't like the way, there are some things that I don't necessarily think it's bad to keep it away from them, but at the same time, you should be able to do that because you need to protect them. You need to protect their emotions. You need to protect the way they would react because you know your spouse better than every other person. Because there's some way they will react, and secret keeping does not necessarily have to be for long. It could be you can allow it to be when they mature enough to be able to handle the truth, to be able to tell them that you remember that time, you know why we did not go this place, you know why we did not go to this place, you know why we did not go to this place. It was because this person said this and this about this. It was because this was what happened then. Because now at that stage that you are revealing the secrets, you feel like they are emotionally able,
Mature enough.
to handle
So at
that.
that point, it's no longer a secret because sometimes if you do that, even when you are ready to release such secrets, it can still be very harmful. Because it still comes down to knowing your spouse, like you rightly said. Is the person matured enough to still handle that information? Some spouses are not matured enough to handle that information, so you just hold it. But then, from another point you made, sometimes keeping a secret that your spouse will eventually get to hear about it with or without you telling them, or by some instance, conversation leads to that secret, and then she's like, "Well, you told me that was not. I mean, you told me something different," and then you're trying to tell her, "I didn't tell you because I was trying to protect your feelings." Sometimes spouses don't believe you're trying to protect their feelings.
Oh yeah.
There's some white lies you give. You don't want to say the actual fact because you don't want to hurt their feelings, but they don't see it as you wanting to, keep their feelings stable. Rather, they see it as you trying to protect yourself and try to hide some stuff from them.
So you are of the opinion that it's best to just say it.
Yes, say it.
But you see,
And if you're not going to say it, keep it.
don't bring it out.
Don't bring it out at all.
So it should just be buried and
Die with it.
die with it.
Yes.
So the day now comes out.
That's what I'm saying. If you're going to, that's why I said earlier, if you're going to keep a secret, ensure it's a secret you are keeping and nobody knows about it. Because when eventually it comes out, it's going to break your spouse's heart. So this guy's not been truly transparent
With me.
right? So, rather, if you know you can't do that, then just come out straight. Because they say the truth, and it set you free. So once I believe when you say the truth, you're not hiding, you're not feeling some sort of way. I've done this, I've done that, and there's some secret that you have done in the past. Or more, it stays there, goes with me. I die
Because
with it.
that was what I was going to lead to the next question. That is it possible that there are certain kinds of secrets? It no get how the person want mature rich.
You know, go for
You know go fit handle that kind of secret.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So it depends on what that secret is. That will now determine whether you would want to tell the spouse or you want to keep it. If you called me, say, about 19 years ago, and you asked me, say, do you keep secret in marriage? I said, no, never. After 19 years.
You're 19 years?
Yes.
Damn.
After 19 years
How
doing
many years?
this thing.
How many years?
Will be 10 next year.
Take two.
What will you be?
7.
Yeah, pẹ̀lẹ́, you're coming. After 19 years of doing this thing, I would say that it's important for us to be extremely, conscious when dealing with human beings. When I first entered the institution called marriage, my philosophy was everything should be out in the open. Come up open with me, I'll be open with you, and all of that. But after many years of studying human beings, the psychology around human beings, and I think it has gotten to that stage where I am okay if you don't let me not know anything. It's better I don't know. You understand? Because and again, my philosophy now is treat everybody as strangers, even your wife. Like she's a stranger. But what happens is, with every day that you're together, you're discovering each other gradually. I think if that trust is built quietly, as opposed imposed trust.
And this is the way it should be.
Do you understand? Because so a priest pronounced you husband and wife, and so for that reason, you are now your body is my body. All these things they say, the two shall become one. Then automatically you are under that pressure or burden to feel like you guys must do everything, you must know everybody. Sometimes it can be overwhelming when the person knows too much about you. So for me, I think over these years, I have learned that it's good for us to keep discovering each other every day. It keeps the love stronger. It keeps the bond better. It builds trust stronger because
Slowly.
because like you rightly said, if the person hears something, no, I know I'm
If you run down.
if you run that kind of thing. Do you understand? Because now it's not just to say, oh, the person told you. You have built a trust, you have built a bond over those years. And now you're able to say you can handle anything that comes from, instead of just, because they say I have to be honest with my wife, I just tell her, bah. You don't know whether she get the capacity,
Emotional intelligence.
emotional intelligence. You don't know any of those things. So I would say that, fast forwarding now to 19 years later, not be everything that they talk. You get some things where you go say you just keep on. There's no point for you to just, spill everything out. But yes. So back to the question, right? Is there or are there certain things that you have probably gotten yourself involved with that you know that till you die, your wife can never hear about it?
So you mean let's put it in direction. You mean was in marriage or before marriage?
Yeah, I think it's better before marriage.
Wait. Now marriage the right for the now marriage the right for the
But I mean, before marriage, you're already married, so it's still
Wait.
part of your past now.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, let us put it in this context.
Okay.
Are there things you've done that in your marriage that you say till you die, your wife can never find out? She's watching. He said, "Are you? Now you are the
Now you don't need to now. Before I come my side.
It all depends on. Okay, so like we said again, let me use the point we said. There are some things you've done not because you want to hurt your wife, but because so I might not make sense. So you rather just keep it to yourself. That's it. And you're doing that because you want to keep the sanity of your marriage. You're also trying to protect emotional feelings,
balance, yeah.
right? So you rather just, what? I did that, but I keep it with me. So yeah, a few things. It can be finance.
Wait, it's not they give example.
Most importantly, finance.
Now the question, we they come there.
Mommy!
Wait. People don't operate joint accounts.
I am my wife.
Yeah, she doesn't know what you
earn. We have.
She doesn't know where your money goes to.
She knows what I earn. I don't hide that.
Does she not know where your money goes to?
Not all the time.
Yeah, not all the time.
Yes, not all the time now.
Really?
Of course not. I know where our money. Okay. Well. I see what she does use money to. Sometimes I say, you get this guy money. I don't know about it.
You know if you know where my woman money. How many?
Don't be secret with that. I don't know where my wife puts. I don't even know how much my wife has. Let's start with that. Okay, maybe I know. Maybe I know,
but on a serious note, apart from finances, are there certain things that you're going to do today?
Yeah.
That you feel like your wife is not emotionally strong enough for her, to handle? Shay, let me come to you first.
Okay, so for me, my wife especially, her emotions is like that of a guy. And I think she's even more in some
more
areas.
Logical.
She's extremely logical. I don't know, maybe because of the kind of work she does, because she works in construction and works with a lot of artisans. So she's very, very emotionally balanced. I'm the one that acts sometimes very like scatter everything. Yes, And he'll be like, you can't do this. You have to think about this. You have to think about that. So, in a way, in some areas, she's more emotionally, and when I'm giving her them, like, you treat situations like a guy. You treat them like a woman.
My wife is like that too.
Be emotional, like, think about it.
I'm sure she's very independent too.
Yeah, very independent. So, what usually happens is, when it comes to, when people want to be emotional, and our family, I'm talking even our family members or people around us, should direct them to me. Because I'm the one that will be emotional. I'll be like, calm down, no vex, calm. And she doesn't know how to play that line. She's, you are crying. So, why are you crying? When you should have done this, in the point that you are, when you're going through that situation.
Like a man, logical.
Yeah, like, when you're going through that situation, when you need somebody, I don't want logic. Just give me a shoulder
to cry
on. After I don't cry, finish. Then if he can't begin to, but right there and then she will give up. And when you did not do this, when you did not do that, be like, no be waiting I want to hear just say, don't worry, things will come up. I don't want to hear you should have done it this way, you should have done it. These are the consequences of the things you should at that point, So she has that side. So in some things, right, when I want a more logical approach,
With your wife.
I go and meet her. When I want emotional, when I don't want, sometimes I just go and call maybe my mom. And my mom be like, hey, Buddha Shimbari, speak Yoruba and does that, emotional kind of support.
You're even
You
lucky.
feel good.
You're even lucky you're able to call your mom. In my own case, even my parents are not happy with me in that regard. They want me to come to them, express myself how I feel, but I don't do that. I think I always keep it to myself. That's me. I'll just be there, just maybe be in my room, or just go and see a movie or plug my ears music or go to the gym. And then I'm analyzing myself, analyzing till I come out of it. I don't.
Yeah, so
No,
I'm
but,
like
but
that
I
too.
want to ask though, is there any kind of secret that you were going to hear
Yeah.
about your spouse that would completely break you, that would shatter you? So many years ago, a friend of mine told me about how the mom, of course, polygamy. So the mom quietly was building a property. She bought a land. Those things used to happen a lot in those days, especially with polygamous homes and all of that. So she bought a property, bought a land and started building and built till. So something then happened eventually, and the, I think banks or something, whatever, that they now had to move. I say, okay, maybe I have this house that
Let's move to that house.
I've been building and all of that. I don't know, for some men, they feel slighted. So some men, they feel, why would you do this? But, as I said, you already know your partner, right? If you know that this is the kind of person this person is, and probably he's not that kind of person that is very, when it comes to money, he's
Open.
prudent and all of that. So you would be that balance in the equation. But it was a problem at that time, until eventually say, okay, no problem, let us, move to the... But the person in the end saved the day. So a lot of women used to do that a lot, especially because they were not sure of
Till now.
who... Till now, they still do it. Because I see a lot of women buy properties in their... this one really off me. The woman bought the property. By the time they were going to move, she was collecting rent through an agent. The husband did not know for 10 years. He was paying rent,
I think I don't see that
and he
before.
did not know that it was the wife that owned that property. When he found that,
That one
he
can end the
broke.
marriage now.
Yes,
That's
but
too deep.
why?
That's too deep.
How is
Why
it deep?
It's deep because he's paying the rent and taking it. That's supposed to make it deep.
Why is it deep?
Because he's paying rent
Why
to
is it
somebody
deep?
and you're taking it to the bag. It's deep.
So I think the major issue is
It's deep.
what you can't take,
Don't
This
give
shit.
it.
don't give it. If you as a woman cannot take the fact that your husband has 3 houses outside and he comes to the house and declares one, and the other ones he probably houses maybe his parents or his sister or whatever, he gives one to. If you can't take it, then you should not dish it. Then at the end of the day too, we keep discovering each other every day. Know the level that your spouse is. Know the things that will tick them off.
No, but Sheyi, come. Is this not a deeper problem that I'm not able to trust you with investments? Because you know how some men are. I know a particular man that is completely, I don't want to use the word, but he is completely, when I say deadbeat, he's deadbeat.
Damn.
Because money they bring. The little I have, you want
want
to
to share
carry
it
it and you
in.
want to gamble with it. If I have that kind of person as a spouse, it is stupidity for me, to not keep...
To declare-
yeah.
So in that case, there's a reason why she's doing that.
That's what I'm saying
Now,
to
on
you.
the
That
other
if
hand-
no, for any woman to do that at all, I am of the opinion that the woman know wetin her eye don't see. Do you understand? Some men are not particularly responsible.
So-
once they know that, that some men they help you calculate how much dey your account. Once they know that you have that money, till that money finish,
They're not gonna-
they
I
will
go
keep
come
on
out.
coming back to you. So when you know you're married to that kind of person that's not responsible, you don't know why she decided to be collecting that rent. Maybe if he doesn't pay that rent, that money he will use it for something irresponsible outside. I've heard so many women that say that they pick very expensive schools as school fees. For their children, for the husband to pay very expensive school fees, so that by the time he finish pay school fees, you don't go get anything where you want go give side chick for outside. I said, my friend tell me this thing 19 years ago when I just born my first pikin. She said, the first thing you go pick very expensive school. He said that's what they do more, you know. So I'm telling you that these are things that people just naturally do because, again, trust is broken, right? And they have also studied whoever it is that they are in partnership with.
So the most important thing is,
yes,
when that trust is broken, are you ready to live with the consequences of it?
How do you mean?
If you feel, say, as this marriage be, if my husband discovers, say, na me dey collect rent, anything will won't happen from there. Make it happen. You are ready to deal with it. You are ready to say, okay, the guy na deadbeat. You understand? If you say you know they do again,
you're ready.
You are ready.
But let me give you another.
Not that you will now start crying wolf when he discovers that
you are doing this.
You are doing this. You will now say no vex. Be ready to deal with the consequences of the secret.
What will be the consequences?
Say marriage go scatter now.
So let me give us another person.
Why marriage go scatter?
Why no go scatter?
It will say you dey pay that rent and you know say na me dey collect the rent. Not be steep person you dey pay the money to.
Okay, so
why is it a problem because it is me you are paying the rent?
That's not the case.
That's the case.
No, that's not the case. No, trust had been breached. That's what happened there. You tell me say I dey pay rent to person, whereas now you dey collect
the rent.
Not even through somebody. So how do I even look in front of that
And
person?
they are going to be
How do I look in front of that person I'm paying to that is coming to give you money? There's a lot to it though.
And there are going to be times where not be every day go rosy. Where we say that rent.
Go struggle.
I should still collect them.
I should go collect them.
You go the reason on that thing now. That's another angle again.
You go struggle. You don't pay school fees finish.
Just you gas pay that rent.
Struggle, say God.
In the bar no deal.
She
If you don't even go borrow.
She don't go.
If you don't even go borrow.
She don't come.
If you don't even go borrow, pay that rent, and you are probably even still paying the interest on that rent. Well, that's not madam. They take that.
There are times that see.
Now the other perspective is this. This is where I'll use myself an example. If your spouse know who you are, understand that if I do this man no go vex. You understand that this is my person. Now, if it was my wife that did that, who is taking him and paying somebody to pay this woman, but I know that money is going to be used for something useful.
That's what I'm saying.
No, so I understand that. That person might not see it that way. Even if I had to borrow money to pay for rent and whatever, and I said that money that I paid, that money what I'm taking is going to be used. I mean, for a good purpose. So I won't see it as a break of trust.
Because your wife now correct money manager.
I will just change her from say, you this woman, well, I understand because I understand who she is. So I cannot be upset about it. Now it's a case where I don't understand that I'll start getting upset. Things what they try to do. They make me suffer, they pay money.
No, they help you save your money.
I understand that. I understand that. But so if you're going to do that kind of stuff, you need to understand that your spouse is able to manage that information if eventually it comes out. So I will be able to manage that information because I really understand who my woman is. And because she knows I understand who she is, she's able to do that. Because I won't be upset if I find out about it.
I mean, even if I'm upset,
do you understand? Do you understand?
If no,
I don't feel they upset. I feel just change her from say
I have a friend who the wife bought a property and probably didn't know when she bought it and all that. And I mean, we kind of knew by virtue of. And
it's your transaction,
yeah, and it was getting to the point of they had to move from where they were. And she told him that, I bought a property and all that. And it was like, let's move in and let's pay rent. Because they had property, but it was not in Lagos. Let's move in. I don't mind to be paying you the rent.
Yeah, because it's the pride of the man.
Yeah, let the money be coming to you.
To feel like he's the man and he's paying the rent.
And she said no.
She's understanding too.
She said no.
She's understanding.
No.
That was
no.
You buy the house from her.
No.
May they go rent another one.
Then what happened now? They rent that one.
They will rent her out to a stranger.
To a stranger.
That's another angle. As long as stop them, I'm okay with it.
Then I think also the thing that most men do is we are too rigid.
No, but come back. Why do they have to come in on the house? Because she's one beauty.
Because
Some men
it is
cannot
a-
live in a property that is owned by the woman.
Then why are you
No,
saying?
no, no,
Why
no,
are
no.
you saying?
No, some
Why are
men.
you saying?
I'm
Why are you
not
saying you're
I'm
one
not
then?
saying everybody.
No, but in a
That is what
situation
we are
where the
saying.
man is saying, let's live in your own, it doesn't make sense for us to go and be renting
Somewhere
if
else.
now.
And because she feels say maybe tomorrow now, if
Yeah.
he change his mind, say maybe you get this house.
But,
May I sort
but
the
no be the
parents
two
now.
of us. See, no, obviously that's the
possible.
thinking.
They are one, eh?
That's the thinking. But
Because now, guess
Even
what?
if he says that,
thing went to, and they look to off now when they start thinking, that thing when we talk now, when we say, if the man, if maybe some situations where he's tight and he struggle to get the rent, if he knows, say, the rent where they pay and his wife get her, you don't go make the effort. Let me tell you sometimes, some men, if they are not put on their toes, they become deadbeats. They become very, very relaxed and redundant.
but is that not for everything?
No,
Is that not for everybody?
No, not for
Both
everybody.
man and woman.
See,
It's
I
just
get
that you guys have apportioned that.
Yes,
For a man,
no, but
exactly.
guess what? Unfortunately, that is how the structure is supposed to look like. Where you understand, you people are the hunters. We are the ones to prepare the meat when you bring the food you have gone to hunt outside. I mean, not be so. So the point is, for me, the way I see it, if a woman decides to do that, I am very sure she has studied who she is married to, and she knows that if for any reason this man finds out,
You'll be okay.
he
with it.
become relaxed. He will not even push himself. So men don't even try. Do you understand? Do you know how many men? I've seen a woman that she takes care of every single bill, down to toilet paper in their house. Who does that? And you say you have a husband in the house. It doesn't make any sense. And this is also one of the consequences of women that they're just completely open. Oh, now you they earn money pass, I no problem. At some point, unfortunately, Sheyi and Tommy, honestly, some men, if you just leave it and just say, oh, don't worry, I'll sort it out, they could don't leave you like that.
But also,
It doesn't make any
also,
sense.
on the flip
At
side,
least
too,
get small pride.
on the flip side too, right? On the flip side too,
Eh.
you will also discover a woman that the man does every single thing for, and she will still do this thing that we talked about. The man is doing every single thing, to her underwears, to her hair making, to her every single thing, right? She go still carry money which she make from small hustle, go build house.
And say as the man to parents.
And
Okay.
still, yes.
We'll go break. Will they come back? I'll answer you.
It's both ways.
No. Hold on.
both ways.
I go answer that question. Hold on. More come.
Stay tuned. Heartlines will be right back.
This season on Heartlines, we're committed to making a difference in people's lives. So Heartlines, in partnership with Reda Consult, is offering 12 free slots of counseling every quarter for people in need of professional counseling. Additionally, we're taking on 2 pro bono cases for individuals navigating a challenging divorce. To participate, please send an email to counsel@vedaconsult.com with your story. Our team will carefully review all submissions and will contact all the shortlisted candidates. Heartlines is live Mondays to Fridays at 10 p.m. So engage with us.
Thanks for staying with us on Heartlines.
Peter, they want to Tommy and Shay, they want to strangle me. Okay, so we're back. If you just tuned in, we're having a conversation that is it okay to keep secrets in marriages? Now, remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. You can also call our phone lines. The numbers to call 07025 007749 or 0701424 2420. Those are the numbers to call. Please join in the conversation. You can also leave us a message on YouTube. Would also be happy to read your messages. Then please, if you know anybody going through this, send them the link so they can also watch the conversation. Tommy and Sheyi, you will not strangle me in this place. I will speak my truth. But on a serious note, right? Tommy, Shay, what you explained before we went on the break. Yes. And this is where social engineering, has played a very huge role, growing up and all of that, and how we are wired. Unfortunately, some of those narratives, we might really need to intentionally start to change those narratives. But women, I remember the first time I told my husband, let us buy a property. The way he attacked me, right? He didn't see that I was trying to speak to him about an investment. It was more like, Benin people, that the way they carry land for head for Benin, property and land is like you have to buy your own land, buy your property. So he didn't see it. Northerner and Edo person, it was conflicting for him. So as far as he was concerned, why am I bringing up conversation around this thing? And here I was thinking, I was trying to be, no, I was even trying to be a forward-thinking person. Today, anytime I drive past this estates were in the prime location in Lekki Phase 1 then. When we used to come all the way from Magodo, we used to come to his brother's place in Idado. Every time we were passing, I would see for sale. I say, let's go and price this property and let's buy. We had the money then and all of that. But for him, he didn't see it. Instead, he was conflicted inside, and he was seeing it more like this Bini mindset that you think you must always have properties, because those are the things that Bini people are wired to have. So there's a programming, right? Thank you. There's a programming that comes with some of these things, especially as regards to properties, as regards to secret keeping and all of that. We somehow we have been wired to feel like certain things, you just need to do it, low-key. Nobody should know. Just quietly do it with yourself, with your siblings. You see a lot of people buy properties. They invest in different things. They don't let their spouses know. Instead, they tell their siblings, Instead, they make their siblings next of kin. These are all social engineering that have, that has become, certain kinds of norm. And you can't blame them. Because again, on the flip side, if you see what has happened to certain people all in the name of marriage, you will now understand where they are coming from. So I believe that before anybody gets to that point where I feel like something as heavy as an investment in properties or whatever, I cannot share it with the person that I am married to. It means that fundamentally there is a foundational problem with that marriage. Do you understand? So that's how I see it. So with that person, even if the man has done everything, right, of course, it means there's a problem. You understand? If she's not able to say, this is the money that I've been saving. When my kids were a lot younger, then I used to run a skincare business in Magodo, a small business. But the way I structured that business, it did so well because it was catering to the creme de la creme of Magodo people. So people would always come to us, for quality skincare products. So I used to have a lot of clientele base and people that had the money. So when my husband had to leave 9 to 5, there was a break. And that gap, it dented our finances. I single-handedly sorted out school fees for at least, I think about 2 years or maybe a year and a half before he was able to get himself back. My business was able to sustain the children's school fees, right? I stepped in at that time because I knew that there was no there was no other source.
And did you feel anything about it?
No, because it was my children, for goodness sake. But I've heard so many cases. You were sharing a story. Maybe you want to talk about that.
Yeah, a child was not feeling fine and they had to rush the child to the hospital. And, they didn't have so much funds and the guy had tried to say I can loan or lend money, borrow money, but he couldn't get it. And then I think somehow he was supposed to go and bring something from the house. And while searching, boom, he saw his wife's account. And there was about 25 million sitting in the house. He lost the child. And the marriage was gone. So, why would a woman have so much money knowing that your child, or you're expecting your husband to go and bring, knowing that he doesn't have it, and you have the money and you still kept it and you lost the child? What kind of mindset is that?
And that's even, let's even not talk about to that extreme. Talk about something simple as getting a car to move around, getting a house like we've been talking about, like, you know your husband is going through a rough time. Especially for somebody who has, we are not talking about for somebody who has been irresponsible from day one that you have to protect yourself from. We are talking about for somebody who has been there, who has shown up, who has tried his best to be there. And for some reasons, you do not divulge that part and you let him go through pain.
When you can actually assist.
When you can step up and be there. I feel like there are some things that it's very difficult to come back from once you've crossed that line of.
So okay, would it be better? Let's just hypothetically say that maybe that woman feels like if I give this man this money, I might not get it back. So is it okay if she's able to say, okay, Tommy, I beg you, be my friend. May I give you this money? Let me pretend, like say you borrow us the money. Would he have made anything better?
I think it's
Look, coming from what he said, it doesn't make any better. Because the guy
is going through pain.
Doesn't
to
have
try
it.
and do it.
He probably lost his job, or it is like your husband wasn't doing well for 2 years. Will you say, okay, a typical example? Would you say you can meet your friend on the side, say, please go borrow my husband that money, say go pay later? No, if you know that, he doesn't have the capacity.
And he has done it in the past.
Done in the past. He doesn't have the capacity to do it now. How would that make you feel? Knowing that this guy is someone that's always been there, he's held on, he's a stand-up man, he's not a lazy person, he's doing what he was supposed to do in the past, but for some reason, he can't do it now. You don't say you do that. How does that make you feel? What does that make you? It's terrible. No. I'm telling you, it's terrible. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. It's terrible. Now, if you do it to a man who is useless, who's not responsible, come on, we are with you on that. Why must a man have to suffer because society says a man is one that has to be the one on the head? That's why today, when parents are old, you see as the mothers and the children are carrying all over the country, all over the world, or the preference of come and do omugo, and then they leave the man in the house. Someone else will even die because of loneliness.
It happens all the time.
That's called a spade a spade.
See, 2-3 months ago, I lost a man, a big top man, and 3 months before he died, he said the same story. 3 months before he died. He sat me and my wife down and he was just talking and he was like, if you had known, he should have married a younger wife because at the end of the day, look at him now. He's coming to work 8 a.m., leaving 9 p.m. It's not because he likes work, because he has nothing he's going back home to do.
Why is it buy?
No, him, 9 by.
That the wife can't go, the omugo and all of that.
Okay, you see the
same story.
And one thing we don't realize is we men, we are weak when we don't have our women beside us. And that alone loneliness can make you start withdrawing before you know it. You just want to get out. But when you have your spouse, your partner, yeah, gisting, I mean, there's life. There's someone who's there to help you do things and all that. There's companionship. But when you take that away, what happens? You see what we're saying, society is a woman has to travel. Let's change that bloody narrative and do what is right, really. So let's change that topic. Yeah, a man he lost his job, so he lost his job, make him kill himself. Come on. You say two marry to become one. So then where's that?
Okay, so what you're saying, what I hear you say, calm down. Calm down. What I hear you say is that, so at that point, the woman should not even be thinking about repayment. Step in and just do it.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
Why do you want to be repaid? Are you not one? Everything that concerns the home is for you.
For both of you.
So why? Well, this is now, like we said again, we put that clause for a man who has been responsible.
We're not talking about
not useless men that don't do anything in the house. They just go and drink, go and have fun, and not do anything.
I come back. I want to share the wife's money.
But so again, a man who has even lost it, who is not just sitting down there, but he's trying, he's applying for jobs, he's reaching out, he's talking to people. You can see he's willing. Not that he's just there. The world is over. No. Reach out for him, because that kind of person can lose his life out of depression and frustration.
Of course.
And that's what happens to many men today, because they say man's one that's supposed to stand up.
Die there.
Men, they go through things, so men don't speak, and we're not allowed to speak because of the way society is, and which is what we're talking about. Allow men to also be vulnerable. Come on.
Okay. So in being vulnerable now, would you say that there are some things that would be a complete no-no as regards secrets with your wife? Which is worse? Right? I don't know. Her telling you, I don't even know what to start.
Some people say before my wife commits sin,
You don't forgive
you
her?
don't forgive her. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't have that capacity. I don't know. I love my wife so much that I will forgive her for anything. But we don't know until we're in that.
Now, wait,
until we're in that shoe.
No, wait till we talk last week with that. Where we were talking about, what were we talking about? Where we say sometimes you don't know what you're capable
Exactly.
of.
Until you're in that shoe.
Until you're in that shoe.
Until you put your feet in that shoe, be in that experience, then and then you will know how you will react to such an event.
So you are saying completely that there are some secrets that even if she keeps it away from you, and you eventually find out, there are some that you're going to be comfortable with.
Yes.
Then there are some that
I'll be really mad about.
Okay.
And at the same time, so I also want us as men to be a little bit more open, because now who open now, they tell secrets. If any small thing they show man
you open minded.
My husband now Lion of Tribe of Judah.
And then when he now finds out, she had them because of the way she knows.
So now, okay, more touch the soft thing, because let's say this money thing, it can't be 2 days strong. More leave her. So as your wife then now, she can't see she and she can't she check her out. She in a fine man,
Why not me? You use
no,
no,
be you there yet. Is it? I mean, if she keeps that away from you, and maybe you eventually find out, would that be a problem? Like she was actually. So if she's having, for instance, external, what's it called, feelings for a guy that is not you, and she keeps that secret away from you, and maybe somehow somebody go blow the whistle, and you now heard about it, how would that make you feel?
It hurts me. So
she didn't act on it.
Yeah, she didn't act on it. Okay, so if she didn't act on it,
that's what I wanted to say.
If she didn't act on it,
no, she didn't act on it.
She just like this person, admire this person.
She really.
But she didn't act on it. She's
human now.
She's human now.
It's okay now.
Say, are you telling me as I did now? Babe, I never see babe where I say, fine babe. I'm human. It's like, now about, are you going to act on it? That's why it comes different. So now why would I be upset with that?
As long but some men will not even have it.
That's why we are talking about openness.
Yes, in fact that you don't thought about it yet.
No, but that's why we are talking about openness. Where men have been conditioned to be, to be a man. As in, bring and come, carry fire, return up. But if you are open, you say,
when they're fine.
I know.
No. You got me time now. I said, see, babe. I said, babe, see that game. Yeah. My wife, I said, go hold me. See that game. Before.
Wait.
Before.
So now, sexual preferences.
Yeah.
As you get older in marriage, and it now starts to change.
What do you mean sexual preferences?
No, let's be
no. Let's know what we're talking about.
Because the woman I'm married today,
the preference.
Let me put it this way: the woman I'm married yesterday is the same today, tomorrow, and forever.
Nobody they change
no preference. No,
is she good?
Nobody they change organ.
Do you understand?
Nobody they change organ.
That's why we say marry the mind, not the physical. Although of course the physical is the attraction, no doubt. But you get to know the mind. Because it's that mind that keeps you guys going. Trust me. This thing they fade.
Yeah, body could change.
It fade. So are you telling me that every now and then the woman you're with, if her body fades, you move to the next one?
Okay, so what if she has like a secret addiction?
Like?
I don't know.
Then you talk addiction.
Masturbation. Maybe she's, exposed to certain kinds of drugs or something. Would that be a problem if you eventually find out?
Unfortunately,
I'm not
trying to tell you. Fortunately, I've not seen anything like that. But if I find out that my wife is masturbating, why do I have a problem with that?
Okay,
I don't know. My own kind of person, let
me give an example.
Wait, Shay, you go. You answer that one. Make the work with the answer one. So,
okay, I'll be hurt.
Yeah.
Because I'll feel like with the kind of person I am, you still find it very difficult
To confide in
to
me.
come and have a
Yeah.
conversation with me. You know, because I know the kind of person I am. And because I've shown you the kind of person I am. And so for you not to be able to
Confide in me.
sit down and let's have a conversation about your vulnerability, the things that, you know, that you go to bed and cry about, kind of hurts me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might hurt you, but
Now, but it's not going to hurt me to the point of I'll be like, no, deal with it yourself. You know, I'll hurt
You
like
feel
every
like
other person.
I
then
you should have been
embrace
able
her
to.
and
and
say,
tell her you
okay,
can't do
let's
this with me.
talk.
Awesome.
Okay.
Let's go.
As it should be.
Which also
actually.
goes back to what we were saying before, which is every man should strive to be open enough
Okay.
for your person to be vulnerable with you.
With you.
For your person to tell you, when I grew up, Omo, my mama built 4 houses, and now this kind of way, they raise me. Now this kind of way, me, I don't grow up now, so we they do for our house. You know, it's also part of knowing each other. So if your wife don't come and tell you, say, now so they raise them, now so she grew up. If she do some kind of things, you kind of have an inclination to the fact
I'll
that
bring in.
okay,
Now so they
na
be
so
for
they
their
be. So
family.
even if she keep them a secret to you, by the time the thing they come up, it's not actually a secret, because you have an idea of how she was brought up. You have an idea of what could have triggered her to make that decision. So you are able to easily forgive her.
Exactly.
Okay, so finally,
Well said.
let me go back to the sexual preference, right? And I say this to say that because, again, a lot of times people, I've heard this argument about, oh, your body counts, your whatever, what was your life before you met me? This is now before marriage. Do you think it is okay for your wife to be completely honest with you what her sexual life was before marriage? That's one. Number two, so this girl, meets a guy, the guy they met in church, the guy say, oh, let's be celibate together, so until after marriage and all of that, only for him to find out that
She said they punch.
not only say she dey punch, her own punching say she dey punch like 5 people before she feel dey sexually
Satisfied.
I'm telling you, it
That
was
one is
that
a
bad.
nympho.
It was that
No,
bad.
that-
So he
that's-
couldn't even do anything. So the marriage had to end because she was, she deceived him, thinking, oh, this one was supposed to be okay, cool guy and all of that. And she didn't want him to know. But of course, those things don't hide.
It will affect the marriage
Do
eventually.
you get my
if you didn't
point?
get to know about it.
It doesn't hide. So the point is, I mean, would you be comfortable with her telling you every kind of secret or every kind of lifestyle she's had before marriage? Because again, this is the fear of the woman. If I tell you everything, you might not stay. Not many men have the capacity to be able to handle the truth like as it is. Not a lot of men cannot handle the truth. Women, we don't go through labor, so anything you talk, we fit still hold on. But men no sabi handle the truth. Like so, so what would it look like? And this is not to your spouses now, because of course we know that your spouses are amazing people. I'm just saying that generally, right? If a woman has gotten to that length of this kind of sexual exposure, should she tell the person she's about to get married to, or just completely keep that, like bury it for the rest of her life?
If you think it's going to be an issue later in life, I think you should bring it forward. And there's a way you can say the truth without necessarily damaging your partner.
What do you think?
You can tell her that I've had a wild past. I mean, you can tell him that I've had a wild past. These are the things that we've done. But you don't, personally, I don't think you necessarily have to go into details. We can't do this one, we can't do that one. That time we go Abuja, we can't do this one, we do that one. We go this one, we do this one, we do that one.
Just like I've been with this guy. I've been with this guy. It's fine.
We don't even need to specify the names of
Not
people.
necessarily- not
Yeah,
necessarily
like,
details.
okay, I've had a very bad past. I'm way past it. These are the things I did to overcome it. Before I met you, these are the things that I've done. I met you, you completely changed my life. You did this, you did this. You go
What if she's not able to change? What if those things are so deep that she still needs them she can only survive without them? So she just have 2 separate lives. So she has a life with the husband, and she just has that quiet life there somehow.
What quiet life? Can we be specific? No, let's be specific.
So it's better to say it.
Mm.
Person will go live now, go live.
Yes.
And person will go stay. It's better than make him find out. Unalive you, unalive yourself, unalive everything.
But whoever is unaliving himself. Okay, if she's still now doing it, right?
When you can't find out.
If she says she's still doing
Wait, we say
So
she no do your body.
Franca, give me one quick gist. May I talk the gist before we go off, because blessed time don't run. So she say this babe don't they do some things before she meet the man. So the babe now can say, okay, Baba say I'm going to Abuja. Oh, bye, love. I love you. See you when you come back. Babe from the afterlife come say, you get one runs where they happen, 5K doors. Then they go drop and all of that. More you quickly do and sharp now as they do them before.
Yeah, what kind of
Because that
runs
was
now?
her lifestyle.
Oh, paro.
Yeah, that was her lifestyle before that time. So now this swing, what's they call the things? Where they go swing
Husband and
for different location. So they off lights. They don't swing finish. As they on lights, husband see wife see husband.
Eh?
So husband will say they go Abuja.
They swing.
Husband will say na Abuja they go. Mama say, Franca say, if na she go say, I had it on good authority that somebody tipped me off that you were coming here, and I wanted to see you for myself. So she don't ever admit, say she go there, go do.
Wait,
You know.
but she don't do now.
She don't do that.
So
They don't do.
so you don't come see for yourself. You can't do. Yeah, why? You can't do now.
No,
If
she
you-
go talk, say, no, I came here, but you know that the rule of this place is that you have to do to be able to get access. So I wanted to do so that I will see you. So long and short is that is her lifestyle. And that is her lifestyle, and that is the husband's lifestyle.
They will continue their marriage now.
So what do you think?
You know the funny
They will
thing?
continue their marriage ni.
Which I even want to talk. You know the funny thing is, some people don't mind.
So that's where I was going to, Shay.
You know,
Why are we not just honest enough to say, this is who I am?
I've heard gist
Do you understand? We can do it together. Abi? Why must we keep it a secret?
That kind of thing. You do it by yourself. Wherever you are.
Some people don't honestly mind.
Yeah,
So find
this
the
thing,
one
shit,
that
this
rocks
stuff's
your
happen,
boat.
man.
Right.
The one way una feel the entire street together, they do all sorts. Instead they find person like you, una go join together.
And two shall become one.
And the one way una no fit do, una go find each other. But the travesty in it is the one when you go
Jesus
find
Christ.
the one way be.
Do you understand? The deception there is now you going to go and find somebody that is completely innocent
Because I don't.
and now lying to that person and keeping that kind of secret away from that person. That is where the problem is. You see, I don't have a problem with complete honesty. What I would say is that find the person that matches
You're crazy.
your craze. Simple.
And if you don't find, stay away.
Say away.
Abstain.
Peter say make we come dey go. Please send us an email, counsel@vedaconsult.com, to share your story. This is not just all about us talking. We want to also hear from you. If you need counseling, you need help, just reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to read from you and to also reach out to you. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow.